chicken breast with some rice, some vegetables, and sriracha and mustard, the secret to gains. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the video and welcome to episode 5 of the SHRED40 series. It is very early in the morning, as you can tell, on day 9 of 40, and today in this video I'm going to be focusing a lot more on my diet. What exactly I'm eating on a day-to-day basis and what I am doing to lose fat over this 40 days. And we're starting off the day today, just finished up in the chapel, starting my day in prayer, and we're heading off to get ourselves some breakfast. Very standard breakfast here this morning. We got 5 eggs and 2 bowls of cream of wheat. And I'll start by saying that all my food, or most of my food, comes from the dining hall here on campus. So my food choices are dictated by what they have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and this is pretty frequent. And then what I will do is I will take some protein powder that I'll bring along, and I will pour it in the bowls of cream of wheat. Mix that in there for some extra protein. Also, I'm not drinking water with my meals, and I made a video on this and I'll link it up on the screen maybe, but I will drink down about 16 ounces of cold water about 10 to 20 minutes before my meals. Again, if you want more info on that, watch that video. This is breakfast, pretty standard breakfast. Macros and calories for this will be up on the screen. This goes down around 7:30 in the morning, and then pretty busy morning ahead of me, but let me talk more on my diet structure. Just wrapped up editing the last episode of this series, so if you haven't watched that, go check that one out. But let's discuss a little more of my diet structure. And unless you've just stumbled across this video and you're new to the channel, which, by the way, if you are, please subscribe. Well, I guess not like please subscribe, but like please consider subscribing. But anyone who's been here for a while knows that my diet structure is tracking macros, that I count the protein, fat, and carbs that I eat on a day-to-day basis. I think it's effective and it works for me. So what that looks like for me, I have my calorie goal or my calorie limit of 2,700 calories a day. And then the only other real number I have is a protein goal, which is at least 200 grams of protein a day. Then my fat and carbs will kind of come out however they come out. I don't have a set number for them. Fat generally is somewhere in the 50 to 70 grams range. Then carbs will fall, that would end up being like 300 to 330, somewhere around there, that kind of range. Now what I'll also say, especially because this day is looking to be something like this, 2,700 calories is my limit. If by the end of the day I'm at like 2,500 calories, I'm not gonna just add in extra food to finish off the day to hit the 2,700. And I won't go into much more detail about that because we might end up seeing that later on in the day today. But we try to keep that all healthy. We try to do our best, especially in a college dining hall setting like you will see. But that is the scoop. I'm going to eat, I think I'm gonna eat this apple. I think I'm gonna slice it up into like 8 little slices, because major pro tip, eating 8 slices of an apple feels like you're eating more apple than 1 whole apple. This is not scientifically proven, but it's 100% true for myself. I'm gonna eat this, then we're gonna go to the gym. It is push day. See you there. Lunch, we are working with a plate of chicken breast with some rice, some vegetables, and sriracha and mustard, the secret to gains. And also right here, we've also included a bowl of some cottage cheese with some sliced up fruit. I've mentioned this before in a video, but like, this is a little bit of a sweet treat for me, so if they have it every so often, if I can fit it in, I'll have it. Because it's somewhat lean protein and fruit, so like, not much harm, and it tastes really good. So here, this is a pretty standard meal for me. Some lean protein, which is chicken. Chicken is great. Some complex carbs in the rice. Then we got some vegetables for volume, also complex carbs. And the sriracha and mustard, the 0-calorie sauce, which makes everything taste so much better. But also what I'll do here with the chicken is that actually it has the skin on it, which is something that you need to be aware of because I'm in the dining hall. So I will cut off the skin on the outside of the chicken just to make sure, because that's some extra fat I don't want. But This is a good meal. It's a pretty standard meal for me. Calories and macros on the screen. This is post-workout a little after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, about 1:15. And I likely won't eat anything else for the rest of the afternoon until dinner, and I'll be right back here for that. Dinner is a salad. We've got some lettuce, some rice, some beans, sriracha and mustard on top of a little bit of chicken and a little bit of shredded pork. Now this chicken here has a little bit of some kind of maybe creamy dressing on it, which I wasn't really anticipating when I looked at the menu this morning, because I'll plan out my day by looking at the menu they have, and I assumed it was just gonna be like a plain chicken breast. This dressing probably has some extra calories that I'll need to account for, so I have to switch around my macros a little bit. What I did was I got a little bit less rice, so a little less carbs than I had planned, to add on the extra probably fat from the dressing. So I'll recalculate that, and of course all this stuff is just estimated, because I don't know what this dressing is. I don't know how much this all actually is. I'm kind of just guessing, but my guess for calories and macros on this meal is up on the screen right there. I'm gonna put down this nice healthy dinner and then head back to my room once again. It is just after 5 o'clock p.m. now to get this dinner meal, and that's generally about when I'll have dinner. Then I'll have one more time that we eat today, finishing off the day. You'll see later. Whew, I have been grinding away all evening on a whole lot of stuff, and the time is now 7:30, and we're gonna whip up our nightly oatmeal. This is how I finish off my calories every night, or at least as often as I'm able to be in my room and make oatmeal. Have a scale, have a bowl, have some oats. And I do 80 grams, or about a cup of oats with water, just water, protein powder, and a little bit of cinnamon. It tastes really good, and it's a good way to finish off the calories for the night. That is hot. So this is my oatmeal, 80 grams of oats, about half a scoop of protein powder, and a little bit of cinnamon. And this is all we have for the day. So final macros and calories, everything I ate over on the screen right over there. And as I briefly mentioned at the beginning of this video, and I will kind of develop now. As you can see, I was short on my calories for today. My goal was 2,700, and I ended up about 150 or so calories short. If I'm a bit lower, I'm not gonna push it to 2,700 for a couple reasons, especially today. For one, if I'm not like starving, if I don't feel like I need that 150 calories just to like satisfy my hunger, then it just means possibly more fat loss. But also it gives me a little bit of a buffer, a little bit of room for error, because again, I'm estimating all the macros on everything I eat in the dining hall. And especially like today when I had that chicken with the like dressing stuff on it, I don't know what that dressing was. Like, I had no idea. That could have been 150 extra calories. So in that way, that buffer is a little bit nice. So that is it for the day. I feel really good about the day today. It's one of those days where like, I can just tell I'm gonna get a new low weigh-in tomorrow. Well, hey, it's down like 0.2 pounds from yesterday, So I'm thinking, because it's set to be a beautiful day today, that I pushed my cardio time to later in the day to give myself the opportunity, if I'm feeling it, later in the afternoon to potentially go for a run outside. Especially if it's like 55 and sunny like it's supposed to be, might be nice to go do it in the outdoors. But start off my morning heading to the chapel, spending time in prayer, and then getting breakfast, which was the same old, 6 eggs, 2 bowls of cream of wheat. But that's part of it, you know, consistency is so important. Being able to do the same thing over and over again, because that's what works, and that's kind of what we have to do. A bit later in the morning now, I'm about to go lift in a little bit, but I've been down here in kind of the bottom area of my residence hall, working on some stuff, working on a talk that I'm gonna give this weekend that I am super pumped about. Like, my heart is beating so hard right now. I am juiced. But here's the thing, I wanna wrap up the video right here and give like a brief motivational hype talk, because I'm just like, the blood's pumping. This stuff I'm showing you, like this diet, my training, all of this stuff, like if you implement this kind of diet, if you're trying to lose fat, this doesn't work if you don't work. At the end of the day, what this comes down to, if you wanna see success in this, if you wanna see progress, you've gotta work your tail off. And if you wanna see the best progress that you can get, if you wanna see the most progress you can get, if you wanna be the best version of yourself, you need to give your best effort. This isn't a simple formula. This isn't something where you can just take some magic pill. This is hard work. Day in, day out, being the hardest worker in the room. And if you get anything out of this series, if you get anything out of these videos, that's what I want you to get, that this takes work. And that you can have the best genetics in the world or the worst genetics in the world. The best circumstances in the world or the worst circumstances in the world, but nothing can define your effort except for you. Give it all you've got every single day and you will see progress. Be consistent with your efforts and things will move. My blood's pumping and I'm ready to go lift some weights. So I'm gonna wrap up the video right here. We're pumping these videos out 3 videos a week. There will probably be another one up. This will be up Thursday, another one up Sunday. So stay tuned for that, but for this one, that's it. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Thank you so much for watching. Take what I just said, put it into action, and I'll see you in the next video.